Before we jump into the video, just want to let you know that my code Espresso is 30% off over at gfuel.com for nearly the entire month. If you're looking for a good stocking stuffer, check out any of the tubs, starter packs, shakers, and all, and save big time on the longest lasting 30% discount I've had. Check it out if you're interested, link in the description below. So last week, the Battle Pass was introduced to Modern Warfare. It's a feature that honestly had a ton of intrigue surrounding it. People wanted to jump in and they wanted to figure out how it worked, the best ways to get everything completed, and the best ways to rank it up fast, because in some cases, there are free weapons at a tier that you wanted to get. And then after that, there were other cool cosmetic items. But there's a big difference in what we knew of before it launched and what we actually saw, and that's something that's actually really frustrating, if I do say so myself, both for personal reasons and as well in a top-down level from just communication-wise for the community. So we're going to discuss this big problem and the lack of clarity surrounding it with the Battle Pass today in this video. This one may be a little bit more conversational, maybe a little bit more of just discussion, rather than some of the more heavily edited videos we do here on the channel when talking about specific items, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this, so let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below as we go along, and also if you're new, maybe considering the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We're getting close to 300,000 subscribers, and of course, if you're interested in daily Modern Warfare content, we do that here on the channel. But let's talk about this Battle Pass. So, like we said, the Battle Pass was introduced this last Tuesday. A lot of people were stoked for it, a lot of people maybe not so much, and since then, maybe opinions have changed, but regardless, we got the Battle Pass on Tuesday, and a big thing that everybody wants to do is get through it, and that's natural. There's awesome, cool stuff in there along the way, and of course, if you don't want to put in the money, the $10 to buy the premium stuff, or the $20 to buy the premium plus the 20 tiers, you want to rank this up as fast as possible. I totally get that. Now, there was a lot of discussion here beforehand on how you actually do this, and since pre-launch, since this came out, and even still to this day, there's a lot of conflicting info, with it seemingly being primarily affected by simply time played, following very similar to Black Ops 4's system of how that contraband stream worked, and not much else really factoring into how this all works out. But that also completely contradicts what's been publicly stated by Activision blogs, and also information that was put out there by developers with conversations that myself and other press and YouTubers had at our Los Angeles Cap event before Season 1. And so that's where I'm kind of curious that there's really no clarity on how this truly works right now. If you end up taking a look at the Activision blog post, the thing that you guys can all take a look at as well, I of course have mentioned that I've talked with the developers about this. That's not something that you yourself can necessarily source with your own two eyes or your own ears. The Activision blog post that went up with the launch of Season 1 ended up talking about everything you need to know about the Season 1 Battle Pass in the game. And with it comes along some detailed steps of how the Battle Pass actually works. It ends up saying, if you've checked the previous video, which is the trailer for the Battle Pass that has been live on YouTube, on their website, all things considered, it said you should have an initial idea of how Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 1 Battle Pass system works. To reiterate, the Battle Pass has 100 tiers of content for you to progress through and earn once you've purchased it. To advance through these tiers, you simply play the game, earn XP, and complete challenges. All three actions, playing the game, earning XP, and completing challenges, contribute to your overall Battle Pass XP and get you closer to the content you're chasing. And that closely echoes what I was told by developers when at the studio. When myself and other YouTubers went out there to preview Season 1 content, we talked about the Battle Pass. That was what we were told, that XP was going to be a primary factor with time, that both would progress around the same time and intervals, and that they both pretty much had equal weight in their values and how they progressed your Battle Pass. And by reading some of that, it seems to indicate that. It seems that that would be the case, that all three are just as important as another, or, while being more specific, that you'd progress by playing the game, but you'd progress even further by gaining XP and those challenges, but seemingly an equal split of 33% playtime, 33% XP, 33% challenges, to which you want to maximize all of those so that you can get there the quickest, and that playtime is just simply the very base action of what you'd already be doing. And naturally, when hearing it from developers, when seeing it listed in the official blog posts, myself and others ran with that because by all accounts, that's the info we had, to which now I'm in this awkward situation where I'm caught with my pants down and have inadvertently suggested faulty ways of progressing faster, to which, seriously, I do offer my sincerest apologies. When making a video about how to progress through the Battle Pass system a little faster, that was something that I recorded right after I got home from talking with developers personally, and that information doesn't seem to hold up as it stands right now. It seems like from testing that time played is basically the only factor that goes into it, that the Battle Pass can only be affected by time played, and that your XP, those challenges, are very minimal in terms of what they grant you to that progression for your battle pass and going to the next tier. My good friend Ryan, or Prestigious Key, broke this down with a fantastic video about his tests of it, and I won't go too far in depth into his video. You guys can check that out, and I seriously highly recommend it. It was a fantastic video, but it really confirms basically that right now, as it stands, unless something has changed, that the system may be working improperly, that time played is basically the only factor that goes into progressing your battle pass. So the big problem is that we have no clarity here for this, and that's where my own personal frustration, where others' frustration comes into play as well, where we're still really all confused. We have official sources stating different information than that is what apparently is happening. My question is the system just not working as intended? It wouldn't be the first time that that's happened. Black Ops 4 had a quirk to it whenever it was first introduced with its contraband stream, if I remember correctly, and then when Grand Heist rolled around, that was something that I'm pretty sure it was something that was meant to happen, where after tier 100 you didn't get reserve cases, but it was perceived and publicly displayed as an issue, to which that was fixed once the community was like, dude, this is messed up, this is wrong. And it was something that was fixed out a day or two later after that update went live. So my question is, if this has happened before, is this the same case where it isn't something that is supposed to be just solely playtime, that it's supposed to be an equal split of XP, challenges, and playtime, or is it something that's actually just playtime? I don't want to point fingers and say that myself and others were straight-faced lied to when discussing the functionality with developers, but it's just a really weird situation and a weird state that I don't have any clue. I'm a person that loves to give the benefit of the doubt. I like to see the positives in people, and I understand that sometimes that stuff can work against me. I fully acknowledge that we've been misled in the past. We've had information withheld, i.e. supply drops or crates within Black Ops 4's Grand Heist update. That store, if you guys don't know that, we went out there, promoted all this stuff for the season of content with Grand Heist and Black Ops 4, hyped it up as this awesome update where everybody's gonna love it. Because truth be told, if you guys remember Grand Heist's update, it was pretty awesome, actually, the content that was actually at hand that wasn't stuffed away in loot boxes. And then we didn't see anything about supply drops in the loot box system, but they were added in after we put up all those videos praising it. We've been misled with that kind of stuff, but I don't think that we've ever been looked in the eyes and blatantly fed false information. I don't think that's happened, and so I want to say that this just has to be a mistake. But at the same time, I just really don't understand. I don't understand why all facts point to time played being this heavy primary factor and XP and challenges really not having anything to do with it, seemingly progressing the battle pass. I just don't understand. And so this is something that I think comes back to that call for communication. I think that, truth be told, communication can fix so many issues before they ever come up. There are so many things that I just wish Infinity Ward would talk about and say, hey, even if this isn't the information you want to hear, even if this isn't the answer you want, this is what's happening. I think there are so many things that could be fixed, so many dumpster fires that could be avoided with just simple communication. Things, of course, like the big topic of skill-based matchmaking. That's something that they could easily just come out and say, hey, this isn't really our domain. The company called Demonware handles primarily all the matchmaking services for Activision. We don't have anything to do with that. Now, I don't know if that's still the case. Demonware has previously done Call of Duty matchmaking. Maybe it is. But again, if they just came out and either said yes or no, that's not even our department, that could again provide so much clarity. Things like the bugs with challenges. Why do they persist constantly? That's something that I'm still struggling to wrap my mind around. Why some of the issues that we've had since launch still pop up from time to time again. Give us that developmental answer. Even if it's something that doesn't fix the issue, the insight as to why it continues to happen should allow for more understanding and perhaps in some cases, even more patience. So my big call out of all of this is just simply, what the hell is going on, man? Like, there are definitely people like me that will play the game enough, that will play, get enough XP or just enough playtime that really it doesn't matter, but just for understanding's sake, we'd like to know. But there are people that don't have the time also to play, that may be simply relying on how much information they can get, if it's something that's only playtime or if it's something that playtime, XP, challenges, and other factors go into it. I just like some clarity on it. That's really the only thing that I want. So that's the big issue that I have with the Battle Pass here with this, and maybe you guys agree, maybe you guys disagree, whatever it is though, feel free to let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. I definitely think that there needs to be some transparency, some more communication, some more clarity on this and a lot of other things that I think could make this game so much more bearable, in the sense that we just know what's going on. Information's always been key to me, and so therefore I'm always going to call for more communication, but This in particular, when we have conflicting information, when we have things that look to directly contrast what we've been told from official sources, I just don't know where to look. So that said, that's going to wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hopefully enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare, updates, news, information, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. And if you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But with that out of the way, thank you guys all so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.